hope you're doing well. It is a cozy rainy day here and I have the perfect task to check off my to-do list on a day like this. I want to reorganize and shift around some of my record collection, as well as clean a couple and make sure everything is sleeved and properly stored and logged into my Discogs account. So I was hoping you could keep me company while I do that, and we could take a look at some of my collection in more detail and chat through some of my favorite vinyls that I have in my collection in case you haven't seen them. Let's go. Okay, so you may recognize my little setup here. I've got my like cozy nook, I've got my chair, I've got my 7-inch, my like lovely display with my record cabinet, my like Taylor case, my candles live over there, my blankets live over there, I've got my fun willow orb light. So this is my favorite nook of my room, along with my Taylor album display wall. And then this is my vintage record cabinet that I have the majority of my records in. And then I have a second one in my closet. I'll show you in just a second. But this one has like quite an assortment of records. Mainly all of my soundtracks and scores live on this side, and then it's kind of gotten to be a bit of a random assortment over here. And I want to go ahead and fix that and make sure they're all like organized in a way that makes sense so I can find everything that I'm looking for when I want to play it. And then my other cabinet has my like favorite artists, and so I want to make sure that I have a little bit of an easier access to those. So I'm going to go ahead and swap some things around. So I want to go ahead and swap some things around from my ones that are in my closet to the ones that are in my cabinet out here, so I can access those more easily. I think what makes sense is move all of my soundtracks and scores into that other cabinet, and then put all of the ones out here, my Taylor, my Maisie Peters, my Haim sisters. Those ones are what live in my closet currently, so I want to go ahead and move those around so they're all like in one area and I can access them more easily, so I can listen to them more easily, obviously. And then I also have 2 bins full of some other ones because I'm slowly running out of space and I'm looking for another cabinet. I just haven't quite found one that I'm in love with yet. I want to find a cool vintage one that's like similar to this black one that I have here, and hunting one down is a bit of a like lengthy process because there's something I have in mind and the price point I want to pay for one. So I just keep an eye on Facebook Marketplace and when I go thrifting and vintage hunting and things along those lines. So I'm on the hunt for one, and hopefully I'll find one soon so that I have my extra space. But for right now, I have some of my vintage ones and then extra vinyls that live in bins, so we can take a look at those as well. But my vintage ones also need a deep clean. I have a couple of them that I'd like love to play, but they for sure need to take a spin through what I have dubbed the Big Fudge vinyl like washing machine to do a deep clean of them. So that needs to happen as well, and then I can sleeve them and properly store them. So we can tick that off of our to-do list as well. So let's get into it. We'll shift some things around and we can take a look at some of my collection. This is the other section of my room that like needs a little bit of love at some point. This is my record player with my speakers, and then this is my like to be played section. So I clean them and sleeve all of my new incoming ones. Currently it's all of my Tortured Poets Department variants, along with my Record Store Day Leve one. So that way they're all in one place, so I can like play through them and make sure they sound good and there's no warping or anything along those lines. But this place needs some love as well. We need some like art on the wall and a couple of other things, but we'll circle back to that at some point. So I'm gonna go ahead and start by going through all of my soundtrack vinyls that are down on this end. Double check to make sure that everything is logged into Discogs, and then pull those out and I think shift them into that other cabinet. So let's go. Cover on it. So Sing 1 and Sing 2, I know they're kids movies, but they are like one of my favorite ultimate comfort movies. I don't know what it is about them that make me so happy. Sing, the original vinyl, is like quite hard to find, or excuse me, the vinyl from Sing, the original movie, the first movie, is quite hard to find. It's kind of expensive. I think the quantity that was pressed was pretty small. Sing 2, they made a lot more, and this is one of my favorite pressings. The purple is so pretty, and the marbling is gorgeous, and the soundtrack, the song choice for this movie was so fun. I desperately hope someday they'll make a Sing 3. That's my like side tangent. So if you need a good comfort movie, highly recommend the Sing movies. They're so good. Okay, so we have the soundtracks and scores sorted. I have them sorted into different piles. I've got like movies and shows, and then like this is mostly Disney, but there's some Broadway musicals, and then there's just scores. I guess I'll have to decide how I want to sort them and organize them whenever I put them in the other cabinet, but for now they're sorted like that. They might need a second sorting. We'll see how that goes. I might just sort them alphabetically, to be honest. That might be the best, because then I know like what all is in there and how to find them easily. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and cycle through the second section over here. We've got kind of like a multitude of different things in here that I'll sort through and make sure that they're all scanned as well. Pause the time lapse for a minute here to give some love to some of my favorite underrated artists. This is Griff. This is one of her single vinyls, but this is Griff. Her official debut album is coming out later this year. If you have not listened to any of her music, I highly recommend. She's extremely talented and her music is so good. And then the other one that was a discovery like a year and a half, 2 years ago is Sigrid. Again, super talented. Her music is really, really good. Highly recommend. How to Let Go. And then her other album, which I'm now forgetting the name of, Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch is the name of her other album. They're both incredible. Her other EPs and stuff are great as well. So if you need some fun new music to listen to, I highly recommend these lovely ladies here. Okay. We're officially done with this section. The cabinet is officially empty. I'm going to go ahead and do like a dust in here and then reorg, and we're going to put all of, I think Taylor's going to go in here, I think Maisie's going to go in here, and I think the rest of my like female artists are going to go in here, and then I'll put, sorry gentlemen, I'll put the males and then my soundtracks in the other cabinet. So yeah. I think we'll do that for now, and then I can always change it around later if I want to. Okay, I've got all of my female artists organized into my big record storage. I think we've got just enough space for what's in the cabinet to fit in here, and I think it'll be a perfect fit. So let's go take a look at the other cabinet quickly. Hello! Welcome to my mildly messy closet. We've got like a little bit of everything in here. We've got some arts and crafts. I've got my paint up here. I've got your sitting on my craft box. Random assortment up here. So pay no attention to what is happening up above here. That'll get organized at some point. But for right now, we're focusing on the vinyls today. This is my original record cabinet, the one I got first. I got this one at a vintage store here in Portland. And right now, all I have in here are Maisie Peters, Allie and AJ, and all of my Taylor vinyls. that aren't on the wall. I think they're all on Discogs, but we're gonna double check. There's a couple of like random other things that I keep in here just to like keep them protected. Like I have my red slip mat, like a couple of vintage vinyls, and then I've got like my Captain Marvel comics. Yeah, so just keep those in there for safekeeping because it's a good spot for them to stay and be protected. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and take care of these, make sure they're all logged into Discogs, and then move them over to the other cabinet and do our little switcheroo. Let's go. Here's your friendly reminder to make sure that you take your vinyl out of the PVC sleeve that these come in, and at least put a protective one on there. I've got it in there inside the record sleeve and then inside the PVC sleeve. I want to order a custom sleeve for this vinyl. I found a really pretty one on Etsy. I'll drop it in the link so you guys can see it. It's super cute. But anyway, so friendly reminder, take your picture discs or printed vinyl out of the PVC sleeve. Yeah. Just want to show off my custom signed copy of The Good Witch by Maisie Peters. Banquet Records, whenever she released this album, would let you, and sorry, Maisie did this in collaboration with them. You could go on and put a phrase or something that you like wanted to have on the vinyl. And there's only a certain limited number of characters, so I was trying to have her put like her favorite lyric she wrote for this album on there, but I couldn't get to fit in the character limit, and so I just put "You Won the Breakup" on there, because let's be honest, an iconic message to have on an iconic album. Like sometimes you just need that reassurance that like you won and you are a winner in whatever challenge life likes to throw at you. So anyway, so that's what I have on this vinyl. It's one of my favorite ones in my collection. I love it. Someday I want to frame it and put it on the wall, but I want to figure out how to do like a film on the outside to make sure it's like well protected from sun damage and things along those lines. This is just a message as a thank you to Allie and AJ for always taking the time to sign your vinyls. Oh, that one's not signed. That one is. Ooh. Just thank you. The fans appreciate it. Okay, all that's left is Taylor. Oh boy. Let's get into it. Okay, it's a little tight, but we succeeded in the goal of getting everything shifted over. The only things for Taylor that don't currently fit, I have this like record store day one that has the man on it that I'd like to get in there, but it's a little too tight. And then I have my 2 Taylor picture discs, and then this is the sleeve that has the Target exclusive TTPD. Oh, focus. The Target exclusive TTPD vinyls in them. I put just the sleeve on the wall in the frame, and then put the vinyls themselves in these like plain black frame, plain black sleeves, so that they're still protected. But then I have the vinyl sleeve for the wall and the vinyl, but it's still, again, still protected. So a little bit tight and not everything fits in there, basically. Essentially what I've learned from this process is I really need a whole cabinet just dedicated to Taylor, which, let's be honest, would be a good thing. But these guys, I think I'll slot the record store day one into that other cabinet with all of my, oh, focus camera, excuse me, with all of my soundtracks and everything. I think they'll all fit. And then I'll put these 3, I think I've got enough space in my Taylor vinyl case. If not, I have a little bit of room in this bin here that I've been using as like some extra, or like as a tripod, that I think they'll fit into for now, and then we'll have to do another reorg at some point. I really hope I can find a cabinet soon because I really need some extra vinyl space, but they're just so hard to come by. It's a good and a bad problem to have. Appreciate that people are like choosing to shop vintage or used as opposed to just consistently buying new, but like means that it's harder to find things sometimes, which that's okay. Anyway, I went ahead and sorted all of the vinyls that are going to go in that other cabinet. I think they'll all fit. I basically sorted, I put like Marvel, these are all my Pixar, and then my Disney that are all together, and then they're all sorted like alphabetically. And then I've got like musicals, film and TV scores in there, and then these are the like male singers that I have. I have like one Sam Smith, a couple Jonas Brothers, the Lumineers, and then the majority is just Ed Sheeran. I just tend to listen to the pop girlies more. Sorry, gentlemen. It is what it is. Okay, I've got this cabinet all organized. We have all of our Disney ones, into all the Pixar, into all the Marvel, into all the musicals, soundtracks from TV and television, and then all the the male singer records are down here. And I did put Camilla in here. Sorry, Camilla, I don't listen to you that frequently. And I was able to shift some things around in the other cabinet. And now everything fits over there. So anyway, so now everything fits in this cabinet, which is nice. I don't have to put things into my other vinyl storage Taylor like case that I got. So that's nice. So that part of our record organization is ticked off. I've got all of those things in one cabinet and all of my other things shifted around to the other one, which is really nice. I've got everything I listen to more regularly, readily accessible. Doesn't solve the problem of where I'm gonna put Tortured Poets department once I'm done like cycling through all the new pressings to make sure they sound good and everything along those lines, but that's okay. We'll figure that out and cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, so next on the list to do is go ahead and deep clean a couple of the vinyls that are in my other storage bins. I have some vintage ones that we can deep clean and organized, but I think we'll do that tomorrow. So I'll see you then for some vinyl deep cleaning, and we can chat some more about some vinyl things. Hello friends. Welcome back to day 2. We are going to wrap up all of our cleaning and organizing of my vinyl collection today. I pulled my extra bins that I have of my vintage records that need to be cleaned and organized, as well as some other pieces from my collection, and then I need to make sure that all of my vinyls that are in my Taylor vinyl case and all of my 7-inch vinyls as well are all logged into Discogs too. So that's another part of the process that I'll do. We'll take that off the list as well. And then I don't think we'll get through cleaning all the ones that need to be deep cleaned in my collection, but I'll pick a couple out that need to be deep cleaned so we can take that off the list as well. But let's go. Okay, so this is my Taylor Swift vinyl case. This was released as a part of her March collection whenever Midnights came out. And I keep the majority of my like most important ones in my Taylor collection. Oops. The most important ones in my Taylor collection live in here. So like my signed copy of Tortured Poets department, all my signed copies of Midnights live in here. My Lover live vinyl, my Folklore Long Pond Studio Sessions one is in here as well, and then yeah, so I just want to make sure these are logged into Discogs, so I have that piece checked off my list. Okay, so I've got my little 7-inch wooden storage bin here with all of the smaller vinyls in it. So we'll go ahead and get those all categorized. If you're curious, this bin is from a record store up in Vancouver, Washington, just across the border. The owner makes them, I believe, and he had a 7-inch and then like the normal size, like 12-inch record ones as well. So I thought the 7-inch one was really cool. This is like beautiful craftsmanship and it's a really good solid storage cover. Plus I love the color and the stain he did on it. It's so good. I have my record store day note from Taylor on the like tortured poster. I think it's like a print. It's so cool. I have not found a fun like frame for this yet. I kind of want a vintage one, so this just lives in my record cube for right now, just so it's like well protected and I don't have to worry about any of the corners getting damaged. Okay, I wanted to show you guys what's left in here in a little more detail. These are all my like vintage older 7-inch ones. A lot of these I found, well, excuse me, all of these I found secondhand at a couple of different places. In Portland, an event I went to, and then I think I found 2 of these at D23. So this one is has songs from Mary Poppins on it. This one is the book with the vinyl of Mary Poppins. This one is 101 Dalmatians, again with the book and the vinyl. I have the 3 Little Pigs with the book and the vinyl. Oop, they're falling over. Oh no. I have It's a Small World with the book and the vinyl. And then I also have this one. This one I got for only $15, which I thought was a really good deal. I got it at an event here in Portland. Someone had a bunch of like older Disney stuff. And so this one is the Main Street Electrical Parade like 7-inch picture disc. This is my favorite parade Disney's ever done. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. I have a nostalgic love for it. So anyway, so these are my like super fun ones that I have in my 7-inch collection that I need to clean at some point. Maybe we'll get around to that today, but anyway, they're just super fun. Especially the books. The books they're so cute. Oh, I just love them. These are so fun. I'm sad we don't make things like this anymore because I think like kids would love them. I would still love them if we did like newer ones with like updated Disney movies like Tangled or Up or something like that. I think they'd be so fun. Okay, so we've got that portion of our record organization to-do list ticked off. We're going to take a look at my vinyl storage bins now. Okay, so these are my 2 vinyl storage bins. I think all of my vintage ones are in here, and then all of my like other ones are in here. If you need some storage bins, these are the ones I got. They were recommended to someone, they were recommended by someone on TikTok. I'll link them down below. I got them at Target. I just have 2 for now. I heard they were really good for moving vinyl, so I was like, oh, I'll get a couple, and then I have some extra storage space, but then I also have a couple to move with, and I'll probably get a couple more at some point too, because I'll move at some point, I'm sure, in the next bit of my life. Who knows when that'll happen. Anyway, let's take a quick look at my bins. Okay, so in this first one, this was in a record store day bag I got. I thought the graphics were just super fun, so I kept it because I love it. And then this is a bootleg copy. I know we're not supposed to do that, but shh, quiet. My little mixed box set. I have my Equals vinyl book. This thing is so cool. I wish he did this for Subtract and then Autumn Variations too, because like the imagery and everything in this is really cool. And then the vinyl in the back, if I'm remembering correctly. Oh no, this is the one I put this one in the cover. That's right. Yeah, so anyway, so it's just really fun. The graphics are fun. But so I wish he had made more for his newer ones, but he didn't. And then, oh, it looks like I have all my Christmas ones in here. These ones I'm considering selling, so they're not in with the rest. And then these ones I got as like record store day vinyls. So I have them in here in case somebody I know wants them, or I want to sell them or give them away. Anyway, so that's a bit of a random bin. And then in this bin, these are all of my vintage ones. So these ones at the front all need to be deep cleaned and organized, and then these ones at the back are all ones that I've already gone through and deep cleaned and organized. So the one that I think is the coolest is this one. I don't think I'll ever be able to play it, but I bought it at a vintage store here in Portland, and again, it's kind of like that book situation, like the 7-inch I showed you. It's like quite damaged, but I just thought it was really cool, so that was a little fun thing to have in my collection. And then a couple of other random ones. I think I got a lot of these. Oh, I have my Ella Fitzgerald ones. These ones I got on an estate sale for like super cheap. I think I paid $2 for each of them. So I have those ones, so those will need to get cleaned at some point. And then I have some other vintage Disney ones. A lot of these like $8. I don't know how much that one was, but they're pretty cheap usually when I find the vintage Disney ones. I try to get them for really affordable costs. So anyway, so that's my fun collection. This one I got at the local record store because Agatha Christie is like one of my favorite authors, and I love Murder on the Orient Express. So I have that in there. So a little bit of random things for all my like old used ones. Greatest hits. This one's super cool because it's still sealed like originally. I haven't taken it out of the packaging. I just put a sleeve on it. Yeah, so a little bit of a random mishmash in here, but those are the ones that I need to go through and deep clean and organize. I think, yeah, that one needs to be cleaned as well. I love Bing Crosby, so I have that one too. And then this one was kind of fun. This is a laser disc. I don't have something I can play this on, to be honest. Like I said, super cheap. I got it for like $2 in San Francisco, and I just thought it was like a fun piece of music history to have. So anyway, so I have that just for funsies, just because I think it's cool. So I was going to pull out a couple of the like older vintage ones to do a deep clean, and then I looked at the time and realized I need to start dinner. So we'll pause our record cleaning and do that another day. So I think I'll end this video here and just have it be like an organized and clean and make sure things are logged type video, and we'll circle back to cleaning another day. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or want to see any of the vinyls more in depth in my collection that you may have like seen out of the corner of your eye, let me know. We didn't go in depth too much into any of my like favorite pressings as much as I thought I would. I just kind of got in the groove of things. So we can always take a look at those a little bit more in depth too. I'm sure I can do something like that on my TikTok too, no problem. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Drop any questions you have in the comments, and I'll see you next time.